Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a Sudoku called Bent Classic, and this was created by Chameleon. I spotted this classic on the Sudoku testing submissions page of the Discord, and I thought this is an interesting one to feature on the channel. The link to solve this Sudoku is in the description of the video. Please do give it a try, come back and watch the video. And if you're enjoying the videos that we put, please do hit that subscribe button. We'll be happy to see you subscribe to the channel. This will be a source of motivation for us. So let's start the Sudoku now. The rules are very simple. Classic rules apply. So each row, each column and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9, and then diagonal rules. The diagonal starting from top left to bottom right, and the one from top right to bottom left will have digits 1 to 9. So these are the rules. With that, let's start the Sudoku. I have 8s in columns 1 and 2, so that gives me 8 here. I have 8 in column 7 and row 8, so that puts 8 in here. Any more 8s? Okay, so if you look at this top left to bottom right diagonal, you will notice that there are only two cells that can take an 8, either this cell or this cell. You can't have 8s here because there is an 8 already in this diagonal, and 8 can't be here, and 8 cannot be in this box. Okay, let's look at the 1s. So 1 goes in one of these two cells. Okay, so 1s in the top left to bottom right diagonal has only two possibilities, either this cell or this cell. You can see that rest of the cells can't take a 1. So just these two possibilities here. And so 1. Okay, now this diagonal also becomes slightly interesting. 1 cannot be here. Remember that this diagonal also takes a 1. So 1 can be here. 1 cannot be here. 1 cannot be here. 1 cannot be here. So 1 goes here. Okay, that's very interesting. So you'll see that in the top left to bottom right diagonal, 1 has exactly these two possibilities. And the top right to bottom left diagonal, 1 has exactly these two possibilities. So which means I'm going to say that one of these two cells will take a 1 and one of these two cells has to take a 1, right? Because we need to place two 1s and one of them would have to be here, the other has to be here. There is no other way. You can't place two 1s in a single box, or you can't place two 1s in a single row, single column. So which means one of these two cells are a 1. So the rest of these cells in the column do not take a 1, and that is interesting because 1 is eliminated here. So in box 7, 1 has to be in these 3 cells. So in row 8, 1 goes in one of these two cells, and that can be placed now. Beautiful. That was a really nice deduction, seeing that 1 has to be in one of these two cells. Okay, let's continue now. What can we look for? Any interesting digits? So 9 sort of appear interesting to me. Let's look at the diagonals, because the boxes all have many possibilities for the 9. So if you look at the diagonals, let's say top right to bottom left diagonal, 9 could be in this cell, can't be here, can't be here, can't be here, can't be here, or this cell. Exactly two possibilities. And this, the other diagonal already has a 9, so it's not interesting anymore. Okay, So that's about with the 9s, I think. And 6s, if you look, 6 is in one of these two cells in box 1. Just the 2 6s, right? And in the diagonal, there are many possibilities for the 6. Okay. But 5 in this diagonal has to be in these 3 cells. That is interesting. Because 5 cannot be here and 5 cannot be here. So 5 goes in these 3 cells. Now looking at the other diagonal, 5 can't be here. Okay, many possibilities for the 5s. So what do we have here? There are very limited options with us here. I don't see any cell that we can write a pencil mark and make some progress. For example, if you look at this cell 1, 3, 8, 5 and 9, there are 4 possibilities here. I'm pretty sure that it is these kind of markings that is going to help here. Okay, look at this cell 1, 5, 8, 9, 6 and 7. So this can only be 2, 3 or 4. Limited in possibilities. And similarly this cell 1, 5, 9, 3, 7, 8. So this is also limited, 2, 4 and 6. And this cell 1, 5, 7, 8, 4, 6 and 9. So this can only be 2 or 3. Okay, so if I have a 1 here, I automatically get the 1 for this diagonal, I mean the top left to bottom right one here. So 1 here gives a 1 here, giving a 1 here, giving a 1 here, all by Sudoku giving a 1 here. Okay, so there is no contradiction with this. Suppose let's say I have a 1 here, then instantly I get a 1 here, and you get 1 in these dominoes. Okay, not much there, not much there. 9s, this was interesting, but unfortunately you have a 9 in this diagonal, otherwise you could have done something with the 9s. Is this doing something here? I really can't see how. Okay, there should be clearly something with the 9s because there are 3 given 9s. So let's try putting the 9s out in the boxes. So 9 is in one of these 3 cells. 9 isn't here, so 9 is in one of these 3 cells. 9 isn't here, so 9 goes here. 9 isn't here, so 9 goes here. And this has 4 possibilities. Okay, however, we do need to remember that 9 must be in one of these 2 cells. And 8s, I have marked 8s in one of these 2 cells in the top left to bottom right diagonal. So I can eliminate the 8 here because that would remove both of these possibilities. So 8 doesn't go here. Okay, it isn't doing much. Okay, 8 isn't here. 8 isn't here and 8 cannot be in the diagonal. So 8 has 3 options in these 3 cells. Can I do something here? Seems to be very limited possibilities with respect to how much you can do here. It's probably a very narrow Sudoku. 7's interesting to us. 7 cannot be in these 3 cells. 7 cannot be here, so 7 goes many possibilities for the 7. There's something I'm missing probably. Um, so I was just seeing if I can have a 9 in this cell, just a random deduction, just similar to how we eliminated 1 from here. So if I have a 9 here, I immediately deduce that 9 goes here in this diagonal, and that forces 9 in here, which force, oh, this isn't possible, guys. Same deduction that we used at the start. 1 was in one of these 2 cells, so we eliminated 1 from here. Now similarly, if you have a 9 here, and the reason I'm doing this is if I get 9s in one of these cells, I could place a 9 here. So let's say you have a 9 in this cell, and just look what happens. 9 is instantly forced here, 9 is forced here, and now 9 must be in one of these 2 cells, but both those cells are eliminated because of these 2 9s. Excellent. So 9 cannot be here. Now I'm not certain if this is the intended path. Probably there is something else better at this point, but let's use this deduction for now. So you can't have 9 here. 9s go into these 3 cells just like the 1s, and that removes these 9s, giving a 9 here, which removes these 9s, giving a 9 here. This is wonderful. So 9 is eliminated from this diagonal at this cell, and now we are left with only 1 cell along the diagonal. Excellent, guys. Beautiful. This is really gorgeous. 9 gets removed from here, so 9 goes here. Just that one deduction to push you through a hard series of deductions. Awesome. So we got all the 9s, I presume. Okay, one more 9. Yes, so all the 9s have been obtained. That's really interesting. Like I hit upon the jackpot by reducing that 9 cannot go here. And now 1 is not in this 3 cells. 1 is in here, 1 is in here, 1 is in here. Okay, in this diagonal, 1 has only one option. Earlier, 1 was possible here. Now 1 has only one option here. And now which means in the other diagonal, 1 is again left with one option. Or you can look at this way. One of these 2 cells had to take a 1. So 1 goes here. And that puts 1 in here. Excellent, guys. This is a wonderful Sudoku. So 1 is in here, 1 is in here. So 1 goes here. And that puts 8 in here. There was a pencil mark of 8s in these cells. Now 1 goes here. So we got all the 1s now. And we did get a couple of 8s, I think, in the process, or only one 8 maybe. So 8 is in here, 8 is in here. So which means 8 must be in these 3 cells. Let's put that down. 8 cannot be in the diagonal. 8 is going in here. Now what do I do? There's hardly anything left. So we are very limited with the possibilities we have made. Just 5s and 8s are now active. Okay, 9 isn't here. So let's maybe try to do with the 8s something. Can I have an 8 here? That will force 8 here. Force 8 here. Force 8. Oh, that isn't possible, guys. Awesome. This is really gorgeous. Suppose you have an 8 in this cell. So you put 8s in here. 8 will be tucked into these 2 cells, and that forces 8 in here, which again forces 8 here. There are 2 8s now in the top left to bottom right diagonal, which we can't let to happen. So 8 is forced here. Now that 8 is not in any of these 6 cells, 8 is forced here. This is utterly delicious logic, guys. Chameleon, this is a wonderful piece of logic, really interesting. And I wonder why it's named Bent Classic. Of course, we are using some diagonal related stuff only, but not sure why it's titled Bent Classic. So really interesting one. Okay, 8s go here. That puts 8 in one of these 2 cells. It also eliminates 8 here, gives 8 here, giving 8 in one of these 2 cells again. Okay. Now 8s are dead, I presume, because these 2 we can't resolve it. We need other digits. So where do we go from here? Is the big question. Looking at this column, it's almost filled. This cell is 2, 3 or 4. And now 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. Okay, not much there. 5 is in these 3 cells. Can you have a 5 here? Oh, I'm seeing something here. 5 can't be here and 5 can't be here. So 5 has to be in one of these 2 cells. So which means 5 isn't here. So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. That's excellent. Wow, they're carrying on that. Beautiful. Now look at this row, guys. This is awesome. 5 can't be here, so which means 5 is in one of these 3 cells. Now in row 5, there is exactly 1 cell left for the 5. Can't be anywhere here. 5 has to be here. Really a delight finding these hidden or naked singles, whatever you want me to call them. So 5 goes in one of these 2 cells, and 5 can't be in the diagonal anymore. So 5 goes here, and 5 is in these 3 cells now. Again, 5 seems to be dead now. Right, but we did get something going on, right? Okay, this cell now has to be 2, 4 or a 7. No other possibility can go into those cells. This is tricky here. Which digit do we look at? That is the big question. Even after getting so many, I wouldn't say that Sudoku has become necessarily easier. What do I do here? Do we look at maybe 6ers? No, but 6ers are very few in number. If I have a 6 here, 6 goes in one of these 2 cells. No, 6 gets first forced here, and 6 gets forced here. 6 gets forced here. 6 would be here, and okay, you do have many options. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's not very clear how to continue at this point. Okay, maybe look at this cell. 5, 7, 8, 9, 1 and 3 are eliminated, so it's 2, 4 or a 6. Only 3 options, so I almost have a triplet. So if only I can eliminate 3 from here, I would get a triplet. That would be awesome. So can a 3 be here? Unfortunately, there's just one more 3 in the grid. There's just one more 3 in the grid. Not enough. I presume. What do I do here? So can I have a 5 here? If I have 5 here, 5 goes here, 5 goes here, 5 goes here, and 5 goes here. Okay, that's not an issue. And if I have 5, oh, 5 can never be in this cell, guys. 5 can never be in this cell, right? Oh, that is nice, super. So if you have 5 in here, 5 is forced here, which means 5 will be in this domino. Now both of these possibilities are eliminated for the 5s because of this 5 here and this 5 here. So this cannot be a 5. Wow. 5 is in this domino, so 5 cannot be here anymore. So 5 goes here. And that eliminates 5 from there, which means 5 is in one of these two cells now. Wow, minuscule progress. Really minuscule. You can say the digits don't just rush in, it's just getting filtered through, like you can say, drop by drop. Now look at this diagonal. All of a sudden seems interesting. So 7 must be in one of these two cells. I don't have 7s here now. 7 cannot be here, 7 cannot be here, which means 7 must be in one of these two cells. The moment I marked 7 here, I eliminated 7 from this cell, and also 7s are eliminated here. So just these two possibilities. Now I have to see if I can force something with the 7s. Come on, I missed a really simple deduction. 7 cannot be in these cells, so 7 is put into this domino, which means 7 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, I'm pretty certain there's something going on with the 7s here now. So we just have to tie up the 7s. Now if you look at this diagonal, 7 cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. Just two possibilities. Excellent. This is excellent, guys. I'm sensing something fishy already. So 7 is just in one of these two cells, which means 7 cannot go here. So 7 must be in all these cells. Okay, well, at least it has a possibility of being in any of these cells. How do I... Okay, let's just start one by one. Suppose, let's say there is a 7 here. I get a 7 here, clean. That gives a 7 here. That gives a 7 here. Excellent, guys. This is gorgeous. You can't have 7 here because the moment you do, you just need to look 2 or 3 steps ahead in the Sudoku. I hope my approach is right here. Maybe there's something else you can use to solve the Sudoku, but this is kind of working for me. Suppose you have a 7 here, 7 gets forced here, and by Sudoku in row 7, 7 is forced here, and now you have 7 again here, but you have now just put 2 7s in that diagonal and broken the Sudoku. 7 is in here, so 7 goes here, moves the 7 here, removes the 7 here, 7 goes here. Also look at the 8s now. 8 is forced here and 5 is forced here. This is gorgeous. And that 8 gives me 8 here. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun. I should be, clinical. I should just finish the 7s off first, but okay, we have that liberty now. So 7 must be in one of these two cells. 7 in this diagonal is now forced in here. That is awesome. 7 is in here, 7 is in here. So 7 goes here. That puts a 7 here. And final 7 goes here. Okay, one more 7 is here. Okay, that pushes the 6. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. The beauty about the Sudoku is, you don't need to make that many candidate markings. You just need to look at the digits and see how they are playing around with each other. Okay, 7s are all placed. 6 must be in one of these two cells. And 6 can't be here, so 6 goes here. 6 goes here. There's 6 playing around with me now. This is 2 3 6. again 2 or 3, and look at this row 2 4 6. These two cells in the column must be 2 3 4, 2 3 4. And again 2 3 4. Okay, 2 3 4 all over the place, guys. I probably think we need to color them to differentiate, but let's just wait for a moment to see if we get something else. So 2 3 in this column, 2 3 4 and 6. Two, three, four here in the column. If I have I'm just thinking, can I have a 6 here? If I have a 6 here, 6 is forced here, 6 is forced here, 6 is forced here in the box, and 6 is forced here. Okay, there is no issue with that, absolutely. Suppose, let's say we have a 6 here, and now in the top right to bottom left diagonal, 6 is forced here. Oh, 6 is in one of these two cells, guys. What am I doing? You can't have 6 here, so 6 goes here. That means 6 isn't here. 2 or 4. That puts 6 is in these three cells. This is 2, 3, 4 again. Oh, I can't have 6 here. That's really nice. Reason being, look at this diagonal. You have 6 either here or here. Just two possibilities. So naturally this cell now, which sees both of these cells, can't take a 6 because that would eliminate 6 from the diagonal. This is not a 6 now. 2, 3, 4 again. And now look at this row. This is awesome. 6 has only one possibility. 6 goes here. So 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 6 must be in these two cells. Oh, this has such a narrow and controlled solve path until the very end of the solve, I suppose. And I'm noticing that there is no 2 given in the grid, guys. That is wonderful, right? You don't have any 2s, not even a single 2 in the grid. I mean, just a solo 4, a solo 3, and there are no 2s. Awesome. Now what? If I have 6 here, 6 is forced here, here, and here. If I have a 6 here, that forces 6 here and here. Okay, nothing much. Nothing much. Okay, 5 is in one of these two cells, which means this cell here is a 2, 3, 4. And look at these, this row. This is 2, 4, 5. Okay, what am I missing here? Three must be in one of these two cells in this diagonal, which means this cell can't take a 3. Excellent. These two cells must have a 3 in them, right, for the diagonal. So that eliminates 3 from this cell because that is being seen by both the cells. Which means 3 in the column goes here, removes the 3 from here. That is wonderful. So now maybe time to play around with the 3s. Oh, there are so many options for the 3s. If I have 3 in here, I get a 3 here. I get a 3 here, here, here. Okay, this seems fine. This seems fine because you could place the 3s in here, and then you have a perfectly valid option. Can you have the 3s here? If you have 3 here, that puts 3 in here, and in the diagonal now 3 has to be here. Wow. Tough one, guys. So 3 goes here now. And okay, 3s must be in one of these cells, which means for column 4, 3 goes here, 3 goes here. Not possible. Oh my goodness. I seem a little bit foolish now. Look at this 3. It's already staring down at this cell. That was really bad from me. Could just put this in 2. That's a 3, 6. That's a 2. That's a 3, 4. I've just missed something very simple, guys. Sorry for that. I was so bent on seeing those long deductions that I missed a very simple deduction. 2 must be in one of these 2 cells, so there is no 2 there. 3, 4. Come on, keep going, don't stop. So 2 must be in one of these 2 cells. And okay, 2 in this diagonal, no 2 here. 4, 5. This is 4, 5 or a 6 for the column. Do I have some weird vibing stuff here? 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3 anywhere? I don't think so. Still not easy, I think. Let's say we have a 3 here, just a random thought. That gives 3 in here, forces 3 in here, forces 3 in here, forces 3 in here. That is not possible, guys. Wonderful. You can't have 3 in here. 3 is forced into this cell, 3 is forced into this cell. Now in box 9, 3 gets forced here. Box 7, 3 gets forced here. And now you do not have any cell left for the 3 in box 5. This cell and this cell both are eliminated. That's a 6. That's a 3. And now 6 is forced here. I think this Sudoku should be done now. So 6 forces is forced here. This is 4. This is 3. That's removing the 6 here, giving a 6 here, giving a 6 here. Let's remove these stray pencil marks. This is okay, that column is completed. 5 goes here, which puts 5 in here. Wonderful. So that's 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. So 3 must be in one of these cells. That's a 2, 4 now. And that 3 here removes 3 from here, which means you have a pair. So 3 goes here, removes the 3 from here, keeps a 3 here, removes the 3 here. This is a wholesome Sudoku, guys. Such a wholesome Sudoku. Excellent. So 3 in this diagonal eliminated here, which means 3 is here. That is a 2 or a 4. Hopefully it gets finished. Okay, this diagonal must have 2 in here, gives a 4 here, 4 here, 2 here, and 2 here gives a 4 in here, gives a 2, 4, 2, 4. This is not a 2 or a 4, so 3, 3, 4, 2. Nothing to think, guys. Just put in the digits 2, 5, 2, and 4. And with that, I've finished this very challenging bent classic created by Chameleon. I think all through this Sudoku, we have been thinking about how a certain possibility of a digit leads to or gives rise to a contradiction. I don't even remember now how we weaved our way using many of the digits had the same kind of tricky deductions. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Please do leave a comment, and remember to like the video. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.